sometime, somehow, we will be punished. Punished?
The path of the gray. That is the path that I subscribe to. At least, I subscribe to a branch of the path of the gray. I honestly don't follow any teachings of man because I feel that man tends to corrupt the word. So I feel that if one is to pursue spirituality or religion, they should do so genuinely. They should have a genuine connection with God and a genuine relationship with God. So they should pursue a genuine relationship without the influence of man. But at the same time, that's not to knock anybody's beliefs, because everyone's beliefs are their own. Even if they are influenced, their beliefs are their own because their beliefs dictate their reality. And since their beliefs dictate their reality, I have no right to judge their beliefs, because my judging their beliefs may impact their belief system, and I believe that everyone has the right to express their beliefs so long as they don't impose on anybody else's beliefs. Now, the path of the gray is both light and dark, yet neither light nor dark. It deals in truths and hypocrisies, so you could say it's like a paradoxical thing. Many in the spiritual community that I've talked to about the path of the gray call it a burden of sorts. They call it a punishment. I, for one, see it as more of a liberating path. They see it as a punishment because you're forced to see things that you wouldn't normally want to see, in their opinion. And I get that. For them, it may be a punishment, and I honestly can't judge them for that because every individual is different. So every individual's experience in this reality will be subjective. So everyone's opinions on topics will be subjective. That could be anything in the material reality. That could be anything in the spiritual reality. So while people think that it is a punishment, I just let them know how I perceive the path of the gray. They believe that seeing the dark for what it is a punishment. How I see it is that you get to see the dark for what it is. So you no longer fear the dark because you've come to an understanding with it. And what it's led me to understand, studying both the light and the dark, is that both angels and demons are actually the same type of spiritual entity a few dimensions up. They could be a dimension up, or maybe even two. I'm not sure what your belief system holds. So I'll just say some dimensions up, angels and demons are technically the same type of entity. Their differences come, in this reality, from their energy sources. Angels tend to thrive off of positive energies, so usually angels tend to be around more positive people, and angels tend to influence more positive events. And demons, on the other hand, tend to prefer negative energy. So they thrive off of negative people, like anybody that has malice, hate, anybody that's sad, anybody that has any negative emotion. And even then, I learned through the path of the gray that while they thrive off of these energies, while you exude the energies, your perceptions do matter. So if you perceive the energy as good, it'll be good. So say somebody perceives lust as a negative energy, but you perceive it as positive, it'll be subjective to both of you. Subjective to the situation, I guess. But long story short, they're the same type of entity. So that's not to say it's the absolute truth. I'm just saying that that's become my truth. So the path of the gray I guess what others assumed the path of the gray was that you got to physically see both the light and the dark. But for me, I don't literally see things like other spiritual people claim to experience. Like, they say that they physically see entities, but I honestly don't. But I do feel their presence, if that makes sense to you. So now I'm able to recognize when it's a positive or negative entity. And at the same time as being able to recognize what the entities are, I am now able to control my energies to attract certain entities in order to work together with them to get certain things accomplished within this material reality. I just honestly never used it for anything selfish because of the rules, but in all honesty, I've come to trust them because I've learned that putting my faith in them usually tends to work out for the best. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody else's beliefs or tell anybody that my beliefs are the only beliefs. I am just here to just let my beliefs be known and to explain what I believe the path of the gray is from my experience. So it is merely an understanding of both the light and the dark, while not being influenced by either the light and the dark, while at the same time taking bits and pieces from the light and the dark, twisting them to make a new ideology for yourself, if that makes sense for you. So basically, you just work towards being the best you that you can be. It's pretty simple, and I admit that anybody could be part of the path of the gray with that loose of a barrier of entry. But I think that's the point. Like, there is no strict path on the path of the gray. It's an open path. It's pretty much an open field. And in all honesty, this is all unexplored territory now in this modern day and age. And in this modern day and age, we may as well take advantage of the technologies we have at our hands. And since I can do it, I may as well post it. So here's the information on the path of the gray that I feel is important as a rundown of the path of the gray. So, yeah. Whether you choose to be light, dark, gray, whatever, you could choose religion for all I care, you could choose spirituality, you could choose politics, you could choose not to believe in anything, you could just be living just to live. That's good. I won't judge. Just don't judge others. It's so simple. People act like they don't judge others, but then look at society. I just want us to be better.